Coach, it is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
11Z. Mike 28. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun. Luck. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Lott. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down, Pittsburgh.
On the ready.
Now they try the right side here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here in this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Ross. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. It's a very short kick, taken by an up man. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. from the gun. Here's Love. Jones has it. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Now a first down throw, Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You get block me. You get block me.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 28. Come on. Mike 28.
Hey, Charlie.
Check her.
A shotgun snap for Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
It's our time. It's our time. Check.
He'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw here. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Patriots' 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Ready? Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's get this. Get this.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. It's Bryant. And it's a Steeler touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Long. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. A gain of 4 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's out to his running back, Michel. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They are going for it. It's locked. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Check your hot read.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield with the ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, it's Long. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Now maybe a free play here for Luck. And he'll be taken down. And for the moment, a big loss, but we do have a penalty marker to attend to. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Throwing is locked. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one goes for 8 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Bravo!
On 1st down, it's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. '51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, Zoo. Get in the right room. 51's the mic.
Now back to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
What you got, Abby? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Shoot!
He'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will he be angry?
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
Here we go. 30 base. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you. Greystone, travel. He's coming. We got double up. Alert flat.
And down as he's inside the 40. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So tied for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Cut his left. Cut his left.
Four down. Watch the safety creep. Get it.
Now they try the right side here. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third. They'll set up a throw. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Mike 51. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Shoot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check. Fresno.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Two-jet bombers.
Single receiver. Watch twins. Hey, watch it.
Back to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Hey, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I got you.
Back to throw. Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
That's it. Line 55. Line 55. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And off the deflection, it's caught. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Come on. Hey, Alpha.
Throwing again is Love. Going up top. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that they're...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and it is 28-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, we've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field, take away the physical.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Ready to break.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Better bring recon, 132 fighter. I'm letting you know. Right?
And to give this time to the tailback. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
70, Indy.
90 is a Mike. Know your job.
They go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 2nd and 13. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Let's go. Mike 96, Mike 96. Time to go right now.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Got you.
They'll look to throw. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Get that quarterback and on.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. the-guru07's on for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And the Steeler first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
First down, Steelers.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a pickup of 8 yards to move him into a 3rd and 13 here.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll set up to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Jackson throwing left side. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. From the gun, Jackson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
I got it. Watch left, watch. Look at me. Go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open man is lost, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Break. Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go. Kill. Shift. X3, 218, chopper. Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Mike 55. Check tight end, check tight.
Now Jackson. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Jackson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Luck. Complete to Jones. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. One last throw here for Luck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
So now following the 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Watch the curve, squeeze. Ship.
One last shot for Jackson. Washington's got it. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this.
Better at what they do, but they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Steelers, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's now 14 games without a win, with time running out to try and get one. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.